Imagine a rich, delicious dessert made in a jiffy. And it only takes what? About literally about 5 minutes prep time. What? Yes, I am darn tootin' serious. Yeah, 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 yeah. And at the end of the day, it only costs about 37 cents per serving of six. What? What are you talking about? I'll talk about it in a minute. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Jan. Welcome to another episode of my channel, the Save Money More with Jan channel. Let's save some money today. Listen, we are in the midst of the holiday season. I don't have to tell you that. And it is okay sometimes to be a shortcut cook. I mean, we do not have to do everything from like brand new scratch, totally from the ground up. You don't. You don't. Sometimes you could take help with some products from the grocery store that really don't cost a lot of money. Let me share an example. And I want to thank Dawn from the Sensible Living with Money Mom channel because all my life I was unaware that there was this product flavor. I knew about the other product. I'm talking about the Jello brand instant pudding product, okay? And all the time I've always used like the chocolate or the vanilla, or once I tried the banana, but I usually make banana cream pie differently, and I'll mention that in a minute. And those are the ones I use. But I was totally and completely unaware of this. And if you are a coconut lover, I love coconut. I was shocked to find out that they have an instant pudding from Jello made with coconut flavor, and not just the flavor. Shocker of all shocker. There are those little bitty bits of coconut in it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You don't even have to worry about getting the little bitty bits of coconut in it. All right. So I made my first ever. I've made coconut custard pies from scratch. That's a different entity. But the other night, I made it literally took like 5 minutes of effort. Like, seriously, really? So this cost me, let me just explain. I made my first ever, very simple to do coconut cream pie, and it cost, let me break it down, $1.63, and I got it on sale, the crust. The those like graham cracker crust, the ready done with the little clear plastic topper to it so that it covers the pie. Amazing and convenient. 88 cents, I managed to grab the coconut instant pudding. I picked up two. I didn't use two, but I picked up two. One I keep for the future. And now that I know it's good, whenever I try something new, I never stock up on it until I try it. Now that I know what it's like, I absolutely will buy more. And if you love coconut and you weren't aware of the product like I was not, hey, listen, try it. You just might like it. In all probability, you're going to love it. I'm just saying. All right. So it was $1.63 for the crust, 8 cents for one of those boxes, and it was $1.50 for the cool whip topping, the non-dairy topping. Okay, and that's not a bad price. Now, in some locations, you could go to your local Dollar Tree, and I would imagine you could find everything at a great price there and save even more. But for six servings of the pie, because this crust that I got was pretty wide, okay? And by the way, I also learned another trick when it comes to the whip topping, the non-dairy whip topping. And I got the extra creamy version, which is the exact same price as the regular one. Don't ask. I have no idea why, but I got the extra creamy one, and it was really extra creamy. Just saying, just saying. It was quite good. So, of course, all you have to do is get the prepared crust, follow the very simple instructions. Now, when you make a pie, okay, that's the pudding recipes outside of it on the box. But when you make a pie, cut it down to, my mother taught me this a long time ago. Cut it down to not 2 cups of milk, cut it down to 1.5. That makes it thicker because the pie consistency should be thicker. And she was right again. Yes, she was. I hope you're listening, Mom. I'm sure you are. And so all you have to do is just prepare that. and then put it inside of the pie crust. And then, of course, now you need to let that set at the very least 5 minutes. Okay. You have to whisk it, by the way, in a mixing bowl for 2 minutes. Big deal. So what? No oven, no rollouts, no mess. Simple, simple. Okay. And so that's what I did. And then, of course, I let it set. I put it in the refrigerator for a couple of hours. I didn't top it yet with the cream, but you could. As long as it's set, a little bit set at the very least for at least 5 minutes. But I let mine set, and then I put the cream on, and then I put it back because I knew I wasn't going to, have it too right away. I knew I was going to wait at least about, I don't know, 10 hours. But that was because of my schedule. That's all. And in my opinion, you could get 6 generous serving out of that. So it was really, really good. I was so impressed. So thank you, Money Mom, for that mention on a video, that one of your recipes that you did. It looks so good. I was like, what do you mean coconut cream? I was shocked to find the coconut instant pudding. I am just saying. All right. Now, keep in mind, they also have the sugar-free versions of these puddings. Okay, just to mention to you. So they have the sugar-free versions. If you don't want to use a crust at all, maybe you could take one of those sugar-free cookies and just like crush a few and put it on the top of this recipe using real whipped cream without sugar on, without sugar in it. Like you could really cut back and make it to your own. Let me just give the mention to the banana cream pie. So my mother always said, cut it back to 1.5 cups. She didn't use the banana flavored pudding mix, although I mean, it wasn't bad, but it had like that stronger banana taste. My mother rather used the natural flavor. So what she would do was line the bottom of the crust in the pie plate first with real bananas, cut them up in slices, little circles, put them all over the bottom. Then she would put vanilla pudding over it. Then she'd put more bananas on top of that. And then she would use real whipped cream. Now you could eliminate that completely, just get the flavored banana instant pudding, enter it, and just simply put on the cool whipped topping on top. That's it. So it makes it less expensive. You don't have to drag out your hand mixer. But if you enjoy real, like the real deal whipped cream, and by the way, naturally, before I forget, if you rather substitute in the original thing that I mentioned at the top of the show about the coconut pie, if you don't want to use Cool Whip, you can use real cream. If real cream is, more favorable to, that's fine. But I'll tell you one thing. I know for a fact. I know my daughter loves chocolate cream pie. Right? Here's the thing. You could keep all of these things at all times in your pantry. You could keep these, stock up and save whenever you catch a sale on those like boxed instant pudding mixes. Okay. Even if you're not making a pie, just to make it as a pudding for a quick dessert for the family. You don't have to always, like go the whole route. But since this is the holiday season and this is the easiest you're ever going to get to make an inexpensive dessert that shares well, and you can make it look really festive. I mean, you could decorate like the top of your pie, like with like some cookies or some sliced bananas. If you like right before you eat it, whatever you do, tailor make it to be your own. You could shave off some chocolate and put it on top of the Cool Whip if you're making a chocolate cream pie, or just crush a cookie and just put the cookie crumbles on the outside of the pie. That always looks good. Always, always, always. And like I suggested, if you want a treat for someone that, doesn't want sugar, they can have the sugar-free version of the instant pudding, follow the same directions. And as far as the crust, you can make your own with the sugar-free cookies, as you know how to make your own cookie crust. So listen, easy peasy is totally okay, even during a holiday season, especially sometimes during a holiday season, if you know what I'm saying. All right, everybody, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate your time. But I always forget, I always forget for you to do the following. By keeping all of those ingredients in your home or apartment, you'll always be able to make someone, including yourself, a sweet treat. Have a great day.